Good morning, friends. Rock here with your wisdom of the day. We are going to talk, or rather, I'm going to talk, and if you comment, we'll dialogue about responsibility, more along the lines of ownership, as far as the many definitions of it are. When I say ownership or when I say responsibility, I mean blame. All too often in life, rather 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation with a gentleman at a party, and we were discussing when parents get older, what is to become of them. And we were talking about how some people of good character or of bad character generally get that information or that behavior from what they learn as children. His argument was that though his parents were good to him, if they were not, when they were old, he would not take care of them. He would not take responsibility for that. And the blame, if you will, would be on the fact that they were not good to him. Another person at the table confirmed that she was not treated in the best manner possible, but out of love and respect that she had, she would take responsibility regardless of their blame and do out of respect what is right and take care of her elderly parents. Myself, my mother, as most of you know, is sainted in my heart, and my father was a deeply flawed man, but I understood where he came from, so I never really blamed him for what he did that was wrong. By and large, if he was a man and he was a father today, he probably would have been in jail for a great many of the ways that he chose to discipline us as children, but a lot of things have changed. The point is this: I would not blame him. And were he alive and he needed my help, I loved him to such a degree that I would have taken care of him if he was still here. And of course, my mother, that goes without saying. The point is this: ownership, blame. When it comes to my health and fitness, as a lot of you may know, I've lost a considerable amount of weight, as has my wife. We've taken major steps in our diet and exercise regimen since the last 2 years. I've lost close to 70 pounds. She's lost like 50, 60 pounds. We both feel fantastic. We both look a lot better. I'm off a lot of the pills that I had for the medications, obviously for the diabetes that I'm supposedly afflicted with, but there's very little evidence of that these days, and the blood pressure, which is going down constantly, and I'm constantly getting off of pills. But the blame could be hereditary. The blame could be diet. The blame could be any number of things, but I am taking ownership. I'm taking the blame regardless of what happened in the past or what predispositions my body may have to these illnesses, and I am overcoming. I think that many things in life fall under that purview regardless of where the fault or original blame came from. It's up to you as an individual to take ownership of the situation and make it better. Okay? Our lives are a series of decisions and choices that are made sometimes when we are adolescents on our behalf. And as we get older, we get more choices and more decisions that we make for ourselves. And it has a dramatic impact on the quality of our life and the length of that life. The purpose of this particular video is to encourage you to take ownership. I often say in conversation with friends and family that there are two words that we need to learn the definition of. One is excuse, the other is explanation. And if you look up the definitions, they're very similar. But the difference between an excuse and an explanation is something that is just the facts. It has nothing to do with opinion. It has nothing to do with where you are in that definition. It's just the facts. But an excuse is usually something that you give with it's kind of a mix between opinion and facts, and it usually has some air in it of exonerating you from the blame, meaning it's not my fault because. So here's the situation, here's the blame, but the blame's not mine. If you're anywhere in the situation, it's your fault. Own it. The reason you should own it is because when you fix the situation, you can feel better about it. And even if it's bad, it's okay. Just own it. I encourage you to go through your day, to take this word ownership into your heart, accept who you are, what you are, take ownership of it, and make it better. All right? That's your wisdom of the day.